everyone, my name is Debora Nma Agansabiga. I am a native of Yoroko, Kansaska. It is in the northern part of Ghana, specifically the Upper East region. I'm currently a student in the University of Professional Studies, Accra, and I'm a young person who is determined to always change my society in the best possible ways that I could. I am the founder and the CEO of Redemption 360 Foundation, which is the liberation agenda and a total redemption. Redemption 360 Foundation is a youth advocacy foundation that seeks to fight the issues of early child marriage and teenage pregnancy. And Redemption 360 also seeks to bring the collective efforts of all individuals who are willing and are ready to help fight issues of early child marriage and teenage pregnancy, which we all know are hindrances to our development as a country or a society. Despite international laws and national agreements, the marriage of girls less than the age of 18 years is still spreading worldwide, and it affects millions of victims. It is with this perspective, or from this aspect, that I thought of bringing an initiative so that we all could help solve the issues of early child marriage, and also teenage pregnancy is also at its rise day in and day out. So with this initiative, we sought to help end early child marriage and issues of teenage pregnancy in our society. The aims and objectives of Redemption 360 is to fight the issues of early child marriage and also to obtain a zero teenage pregnancy and early child marriage in our society. And our objectives are just to create awareness. We want to create awareness on the negative effects of early child marriage and teenage pregnancy in our society. We also want to carry on sensitization programs on teenage pregnancy and early child marriage, which is aimed at educating people out there to understand that educating the girl child is very important, and also to instill in them that kind of discipline in order for them to carry out their education rather than getting pregnant early and also getting married early. We also aim at providing skill training for girls, women, and the vulnerable in our society. We also want to provide learning materials for needy but brilliant school children to help them stay in schools rather than getting married and also running into pregnancy. We believe that poverty is not the only thing that causes early child marriage and teenage pregnancy, but of recent, we believe that poverty is also one of the major causes. Redemption 360 also seeks to also fight the causes and not the effects, of which the effects wouldn't have the opportunity of occurring. So with this, the little we can do, we need to do it in order to help solve these issues in our society. My team and I had the opportunity of visiting the Kasirungu community. All the things we'll be able to do in order to curb the issue of early child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Going from the Yoroko community as a native and a daughter of the soil, I've realized that most of my colleagues who were supposed to be in school by now, they dropped or they stopped by the way. Some of them got married, some got pregnant, and even as I speak, some have up to 2 children. When I see them, they look twice their age, simply because they are suffering all kinds of abuses in their homes. After getting to the realization that this thing happened even to most of the young girls that I grew up with, that is how come I was so saddened. Then I asked myself, as a lady who have been educated by my own parents and through other support, how can I also help my colleagues to overcome this situation? Or how can we look into this matter so that the girl child will not be forced to go into marriage or will get pregnant and drop out of school just only to terminate their education? With this, it came into mind that why don't you start a foundation? 360 says total redemption, and it is the liberation agenda. We are supposed to liberate our young girls and our society from issues of early child marriage. Girls have a future, and they have a brighter future for that matter. I am currently a university student, a level 200 student studying business administration and the University of Professional Studies. And I have seen the light in education. That is why it saddens me when I see young girls not in school, but then they have dropped out, and some in their husbands' houses facing all kinds of abuses. The painful part is that most of these ladies in their husband's house do not have their own handwork. They don't have any skill, and they can't fend for themselves. They depend on this men. It goes a long way to also affect their own children and the girl child for that matter. And we had about 40 participants coming to take part in our rural women's school training project, which is the liquid soap production. And some of the challenges or the concerns that were raised from the women were that most of them have nothing doing, they are unemployed, and for that matter, they find it difficult supporting their children in schools, providing learning materials for them. With the training we provided for these community women, they are willing and ready to start up a business in order to help them for their personal upkeep and also to support their children in schools. So glory be to God. Today at Kasirimu, we've been able to have a successful rural women entrepreneurship skill training, and this is our first project. We are appealing to you all to support this program. As you can see, the women are very happy, and from here they are going to actually put it into practice to be able to fend for themselves economically. So we thank God for how far He has brought us. As you can see them with the liquid soap, it was a success. Glory be to God, and we thank God for this. Redemption 360 again, it is the liberation agenda, total redemption. Moving to my own community, which is Yorogo, I also realized after a discussion with this community women, and we had a participants, about 30 women participated in this program, and the concerns also being raised from these women were just similar to that of our first community. We realized that most of the women had nothing doing, and only a few of them were employed, and only a few of them had skills of weaving, and also most of them were into gluing of pito. And we provided a training for them, and they encouraged each other to take it up as a business in order to also help themselves out. The last community we visited was Bongo Longe community. We have planned a rural women's skill training program. Apart from that, we are also looking at donation of learning materials for school children that is needy but brilliant school children, and also we are embarking on sensitizations on teenage pregnancy and early child marriage as well. So as we are here today, we are here to provide a liquid soap training program for you women, because we believe as a team that there is no empowered woman than a woman who is economically independent. If you empower a woman economically, it ceases or it does away with that issue of poverty causing teenage pregnancy and early child marriage, because we believe that if a woman is economically empowered, she will also go a long way to empower the girl child in order for us to all fight or help reduce issues of early child marriage and also issues of teenage pregnancy. And when we got there, we found out that most of the women are into basket weaving, and they also raise issues of early child marriage and teenage pregnancy being at its highest level in their community. It was their prayer that we'll be able to train them more on other things aside the liquid soap training, in order to help young women to be economically independent, because they believe that there is no woman who is empowered more than that woman who is economically independent. I face the challenge of organization, moving around the three communities to provide the rural women skill training projects. Aside the problem of organization, we also face the problem of finance. Financially, we face a challenge because immediately we are done with the training, we are unable to provide the materials for these women to start up with their own business. So it's always our greatest hope that after every training, we'll be able to provide the materials for the training for these women to be to help them also start up something by themselves. But we find it as a challenge because of our financial constraints. Despite our challenges, we've been able to train about 90 women, and we are very sure that they've been able to start up something with that for their upkeep and also to cater for their awards in schools. Before the year ends, Redemption 360, it's very hopeful that we'll be able to extend our skill training program to other communities so that other women will also benefit from it. Apart from that, we also intend to provide learning materials for needy but brilliant children in schools. Apart from that, we also want to carry out sensitization programs on teenage pregnancy and early marriage as well. Apart from that, we also want to hold some media discussions to educate people out there on this hindrance that is harming our society. I therefore want to appeal to every individual watching me right now that to change our society cannot be the effort of an individual, but it takes the collective effort of all individuals for us to be able to change our society in a better way. So I therefore call on everyone out there to support this program so that we'll be able to extend it to other communities, we'll be able to extend it to larger groups of people in order to change our society. I believe that myself and my team alone cannot do the work by ourselves, but with your support and with the collective efforts of everyone, we'll be able to take this project to the next level. It hasn't been easy so far, but we want to thank the Almighty God for how far He has brought us, and we've been able to target some communities, and we know that by the grace of God, we'll be able to go through other activities. I want to use this opportunity to thank my parents very much. They believe in me from day one. They've also brought me up to be the kind of person that I am today, and I'm very grateful to them. I want to thank my own father, Mr. Debora Nma, and also my mother, Madam Debora Agansabiga, very much for their support, their prayers, and their everything. I just can't appreciate them enough for the love that they've been showing to me as a daughter. I wouldn't forget to acknowledge my own, he's more than a brother to me. He's like a father. He's my own mentor, Mr. Daniel Adongo Adogdo. He's been my backbone. He's been my main motivation since I started, and he's very supportive. I want to say that may the good Lord richly bless him for all that he is doing for me. I would also forget, I would thank my team because we move together. They've been with me everywhere we go. And Team Redemption 316, we are going to push harder and harder till we are able to achieve our aims and objectives. I would also like to say a very big thank you to Eagle Eyes Pictures. He's always been with us, and the Nice Pictures and every media work, he's always been with us. He's helping us a whole lot, and may the good Lord richly bless him for all that he's doing for Redemption 360 Foundation. Finally, I wouldn't forget to say a very big thank you to Comfort. They have instilled in me that spirit of community give back, and all young ladies who have been mentored or coached by Comfort will understand what I'm saying, because we are being trained to give back to our communities and our societies in any other way that we can, despite the challenges that we would face. And we are made aware that we would actually face challenges. But by the end of the day, Comfort makes us to understand or instill in us that spirit of community give back. I'm inspired by them, and today, if you see me as a young lady of change, they are parts of my change story. Yeah, I just want to encourage all the women out there that receive the training from Redemption 360 that they shouldn't just go home to sleep with all the training that we provided for them, but then they should try and work hard on it, because we'll be, from time to time, we'll be checking up on them to see those of them that they'll be able to start up and like a business actually with, and this necessary training we've been able to give to them. And also would like to encourage everyone to keep supporting Redemption 360. Redemption 360, and we said earlier on, is the liberation agenda. We are talking about the total redemption. It's a 360 thing. Let's show love to our society. And I would also like to leave my phone number. You can contact me if you want more information, and my telephone number is 024 36 another 36 754. And also I'd like to encourage that you follow us on all our social media platforms, and also remember to like and share our video.
So yamanga pumina ti my idela Osman Brahman Daru yamanga yet mamala yama toreto. My sister Debbie aka Debora yamanga pumina. Enga to salaba le de yilmenga. Adele pula na wam nzile York Singapore it ai nganya ti salaba tengala za ala nga por kapi pug le zuzu nyong la po mbi reka segrene bahara school de ela. Le de salade dang bo Debora ta iki ti to. Enga zab pazin ti nerba yang yesong pa ante it ai balang po cerkete yelo bah. C'est ava ike nga va ikla tala tigrit wa yirenti Redemption 360 Redemption 360 la da ike me zava yala zuzu nda ikara po kengla guri kasingo Singapore ata yang pal po zuzu ba male ki bot wa yira bat liquid soup da zama ba mat wasi zibla wa yor ko Singapore na ndi atanga zibla keng balungu ndi bomu balungu data les gens po bila so ika yang mu bila tin bata yang za nerba ki bo mal ko de salande dang la kankang la de ngam ala le de salade dang oti akan yang lampo cerketa ti nero umbozi o yindini mineto an la song bioti ay yelo pazin te kaboti ti tonde bol ko ma gana za because puk tu zuzu mbo obera bo zuzu ko ba la school de la ban nyon la po ile ba men ba saban nyon po le libi nezi ar ke problem ta pa ba dorba te Debora ti to le de dango enga yilba mam bet le salande yel sonet ma va ikla ta pure ti la po trekra suma tumbo zi u la po treke la po so po ti sister Debora ti yelo pa dagana ma asul metenga za antrebe to insinti the Puto King School the Pohezuzu. So ladies and gentlemen, the name has been Osman Brahma, and
I'm Debora Nma Agansabiga, the CEO and founder of Redemption 360, which is the liberation
agenda.
Total redemption.
Good.
Tinkele